This program brought to you by Smiths Holden, Corio Bay Health Group, Buckley's Entertainment Centre.
Welcome back, yes, and we're getting very excited now as the season gradually gets closer and closer this afternoon. And the first game that we're going to, it's the big 94.7 match of the round. It's the Anarchy Roos taking on the North Geelong Magpies out there at Footrot Flats. What a great game it's going to be. The 20-year reunion for their premiership win in 1991. And Dale, a little bit of useless information for you. Did you know that Anarchy were formed in 1887 and they were known as the Durduwara?
Say that again?
I rehearsed that before the show. The Durduwara Footy Club, and it was made up of the miners working on the Stonehaven Reservoir.
Not the Stony Creek, like you said before. With the Stony
Creek Reservoir.
Ah, there you go.
Oh, we knew we got that right.
We knew we were going one way, but Stony Creek, a long way from Anarchy. I would have thought you might have Stonehaven.
Stony Creek down in Loon Gather and Stony Creek up at Whittlesea.
Yes.
Anyway, so the Stony Creek Reservoir, that's where the Anarchy Footy Club got it started. And I think Noel Tucker played in the first game, 1886.
And the Stony Risers are down near Colac.
Thank you. Our geographical lesson is now finished thanks to Dale Smith. And a few junior games starting this weekend too, Dale.
Yeah, under 14s, under 16s all kick off, and along with the under 18s. And I suppose it's as said, for most clubs, it's a future of what holds from everything else. So if you're a member of these clubs, let's get out and support these young kids and show that they're really wanted around the club, and hopefully they'll stay on and play senior football with you. Indeed.
Under 18, under junior footy is one of the best things going around in any footy league. Don't you worry about that. Now, as I said, Anarchy North Geelong this afternoon, Dale. Anarchy or North Geelong? Who's going to win it?
Oh, look, Frank's already convinced me off air that North Geelong are going to go real well this year, so it's going to be hard. But look, having spoken to Dave and Dan Gibbs, who are now co-coaches out at Anarchy, they're pretty enthused about the way they've gone about their pre-season, and boys are probably as fit as they've probably been for a couple of years, and Darryl Bissett had them going pretty well last year. They won't need to find a lot. We saw them a couple of games last year. You know, I think one of their key forwards has gone up to Ballarat League somewhere. But if they can get Dan Gibbs back into that back line and shore up a few things back there, they could give Frankie a run for his first game out there this season. But I think the Magpies have been a fleet of foot over the last couple of years, and I expect them just to get home, Dick.
Made it sound like Frank was actually going to play when you said give Frank a run fleet of foot, but he's not going to play, Dale. But don't start rumours.
Never say never, Dick.
Fair enough. Frank, why is North Geelong going to win and by how much?
Oh, I won't give you a margin, but it'd just be nice to win. You know, obviously it's important and crucial to win early games early on in the year. And look, they're going to be a pretty tough opposition. Obviously, with Dan being new coach and all, and they have been training pretty hard since probably back in November. So, look, we're going to go out and do our best, and got a few new recruits to unveil, and hopefully, we can stand up and bring the points home.
Indeed.
It's going to be tough.
Yep, so that game will be 94.7, the Pulse match of the round on this afternoon, 1:30 this afternoon. There it is on your screen. Make sure you tune in for a call by the boys. It'll be a fantastic game indeed. Now, out at the Ring Road Recreation Reserve, out of the Bellpost Hill Panthers, they unfurl their flag for 2011 from 2010, and I think that's what I meant. And it'll be a great game for them against Inverleigh Dale. Now, Inverleigh have known to start the season off pretty well on most years.
Yeah, look, I suppose, Dick, at this time of the year, and not knowing where clearances are going to be at the start of the first game and who's going to be cleared and who's going to be playing, it really does make things and selections pretty tough. I know that Bellpost Hill haven't been real active over the summer months, and I suppose when you finish the flag or the season like they did, there's probably no need to go out and get too much because you don't need to put it back in there. Inverleigh have gained David Peel back from the Falcons, played a few games last year, and Dean Muir has come back to the club, so they're going to provide a fair bit of run and carry for that side. On the other side, they've lost Owen Lewis, who's gone up to Dunstown. I believe he went up there last week, played the first quarter, kicked 6. They just relieved him of his duties from there. They set him on the bench the rest of the game. So, and Jace Kelly, who didn't play a lot last year, but has also gone. So a bit of height and strength out there, but expect Inverleigh to be pretty quick, Fred of foot. And this could be a real interesting game. So Bellpost still won't want to be celebrating too much last year, Dick, because this could be a real good contest. I reckon Bellpost still just at home, but don't be surprised if Inverleigh give them a real shake.
It's always a worry, Frank. You win the flag the year before and you do come out a little bit overconfident perhaps and hit the ground running and floating a bit. Bellpost will have to watch that because, as we said, Inverleigh, a very capable club, particularly early in the season. Yeah,
definitely. Look, but I think, Gertz has got a pretty good list out there, and they were the best side by far we played last year, and I think he'll have them ready to go. And same as you guys, I think just Bellpost still at home going to be too strong.
The Plumber's gone to North Shore too, so...
Dunny diver.
Yeah, the Plumber's gone up there. He was a gun in the grand final, kicked 7 in the grand final, so they got to replace him.
Yeah.
And of course, the footy season really is getting underway this afternoon because we've got the local derby to start off round one. East Geelong Eagles taking on the Tommy Tigers, and it's out at the Kevin O'Leary Oval at East Geelong. Never named it yet, but I've been pushing for it for years. It'll be a fantastic game and always a great game between these two clubs. A lot of feeling, Dale.
Well, it'll be a lot of feeling, but if you're looking for a club that's done some active recruiting over summer, mate, this is one club that has, and I'm glad we got rid of salary caps because out there at East Geelong, either that or they've got good supplies out there somewhere, but they've recruited very strongly, and from all reports, have got a lot of numbers on the track. Thompson on the other side, you know, Spuddy Holland's got a big job ahead of him. A few of his more regular, older senior players have now gone down to Otway District, so the job will be presenting with those young kids that he had in there last year, and hopefully the development that they showed can hold them in good stead. But gee, you would think East Geelong, one hand on the cup already, Dick.
Frank, East Geelong or Thompson?
Yeah, look, I think East Geelong will be too strong. You know, same. I've heard they've recruited fairly well, and Thompson probably I've heard they've got a few of the older boys coming back too. So yeah, East Geelong for me.
It's no bad start for the year for the Tommy Tigers, the Violet Crumbles, eh? I didn't say it, only joking. The next game, of course, is out at the Devils Playground. It's the Crier Devils, and they take on the producer's side, the Belmont Lions. And he's jumping around the studio now, Frank. I'll start with you, mate. Can Crier knock off Belmont Lions first game, or Belmont Lions going to come out of the docks pretty well?
Yeah, look, both sides obviously struggled a bit last year, and both got new. You know, both sides have got new coaches, and obviously I've played under Mark McDowell as a coach of Crier, and he's pretty intense, and I know he's got a lot of numbers out there. I think they've got a very young side out Crier way, but look, they'll be up and about, and Belmont probably want to get off to a good start too, so I'll go for Crier.
Which one, Smithy?
Yeah, two very young sides, Dick, but I think from what I've seen from their kids last year and under 18s, the Crier boys might just hold sway.
Your mob, Smithy, the Bannockburn Tigers out there at Victoria Park. What a wonderful name for a football ground. They take on the boys from the Gun Club, the Winchelsea Blues. And, well, it's usually a bit of a battle there. They're sort of near neighbours a lot of way, aren't they?
Yeah, they are, but Winchelsea have lost a lot of players over summer, Dick. I expect Bannockburn, they've picked up 3 or 4 players, still lacking height, but their general run will be a little bit too good for the Winchelsea side at this stage of the year.
Tigers or Blues, Frank?
Tigers for me, but Ross Gemmell out at Winchelsea, yeah, first year as coach, he'll go okay.
And the last game on this afternoon, Geelong West taking on Werribee Centrals. At least it's at West, but I wonder if they've improved up.
Yeah, my old mate Andrew Mapleson took a bit of pre-season trouble training there during the year because Chrissy Cowan had a bit of trouble with his crook, and I don't think that would have helped them out any, but Werribee for me.
Frank, in a word.
Werribee.
Thank you very much. Well, that takes care of another show, folks. And yes, we're on again for 2011. Don't forget this afternoon, 94.7 The Pulse. The Anarchy Roos taking on the North Geelong Magpies out at Footrot Flats. What a great game it's going to be. Thanks for your company. Thanks for having us in your, I was going to say in your bedroom. I've been in your bedroom, your lounge room, your kitchen on a beautiful Saturday morning. We'll see you all again next week. Have a great afternoon in footy. Bye for now.
This program brought to you by Smiths Holden, Corio Bay Health Group, Buckley's Entertainment Centre.